We are group number 2 under the course of International Business Management. Today we are here to do our group presentation based on the developed case study related to International Business Management. We selected Litrogas Lanka as our organization to develop the case study. Litrogas Lanka is one of the organizations in Sri Lanka that has been big news in present context for everyone because of an issue of the company. This issue has impacted everyone in the country. Litro is engaging in international business activities as the main importer of LP gas, which is mostly used in domestic and hotel industry in the present context. As the main LP gas provider in the country, they control 80% of the Sri Lankan gas market by locating their storage facilities in a few locations such as Kerawalapitiya, Sapugaskanda and Hambantota. Litrogas Lanka maintains a vibrant relationship with the global LPG organization, the World LPG Association, as the national LPG provider in Sri Lanka. Litrogas Lanka is also a member of the Ceylon Cooking Alliance, which acts on a catalyst for clean cooking globally, as well as they have the membership of the Sri Lankan Institute of Marketing. Let's see why Litrogas Lanka has become such big news for everyone in the country. As you all know, it's due to the gas leaks and the explosions that are happening since November last year. According to Sri Lankan media, there were 792 gas-related explosions reported from January 2021 to December 2021. Out of these 792, 683 incidents had been reported from November 2021 to December 2021. The total number of incidents reported during the month of November is 117, by recording the highest number of gas explosions that were reported in a single day. A total of 23 explosions were reported on 12th of December. Because of these explosions, 7 deaths were reported, while 16 others were injured, and 18 incidents resulted in property damages within a shorter period of time. Although such a tragic situation has been created within the country, the real reason has not been identified yet. Several parties have pointed out several reasons for these gas leaks and explosions according to their point of view. Experts from Morato University have revealed that there is a high probability for a gas explosion if the gas composition has been changed to 50% propane and 50% of butane. Usually, the gas provided in Sri Lanka is a mixture of 70% of butane and also 30% of propane. According to the opinion of the State Minister Lasantha Alagiyawanna, these explosions can happen if there is a leak from the regulator or hose of the cylinder. But some other parties have highlighted that it has happened due to the wrong management decisions by the Litrogas, while another party is mentioning that it has happened due to the price increases in the propane and butane due to the global energy crisis. Although several parties have pointed out several reasons, it's the responsibility of the government and the Litrogas Lanka to reveal the real reason to the country. Madhushi will explain the next part of the presentation. Over to you, Madhushi.
We conducted a SWOT analysis for the Litro company to identify the internal strengths and weaknesses, as well as to identify the opportunities and threats of their external environment. When talk about their strength, they are the largest gas supplier in Sri Lanka, so they have 80% of market share. They have large distribution network with 42 distributors, 1,500 home delivery hubs, 14,000 point of sale location. They have reputed name and goodwill within Sri Lanka as national LP gas provider. When talk about weaknesses, weak management of company, inability to fulfill the current customer requirement can be identified as their weaknesses. Moving to the next slide, if take opportunities, they have received to be one of the main energy source in the world. The supply of LAF gas was reduced due to the foreign exchange deficit. When talk about threats. With this incident, Litro company has to face many threats, such as fear of consumer buying gas cylinders. With this incident, the trust of the consumers toward the company was broken. With the fear and damage to the consumer trust, the demand of consumer was reduced. The trust of the stockholder and the reputation of the company was damaged. Due to Litro company unable to fulfill customer requirement, customers shifted to competitive products and substitute product. Moving to the next slide, when take this incident has had an impact on various parties, such as their company, competitors and substitutors, customer and general public, Sri Lankan economy. When consider on impact to their company with this incident, people got fear to buy Litro gas, and due to that, consumer on Litro gas has been decreased. They have to incur another cost on compensation due to they agree to pay compensation to infected person. So their cost also has become high. Government decided to prohibit Litro gas, and with this incident, trust of their stakeholders and their reputation has been destroyed. Due to all of those reasons, their income and the market share of the company has decreased. Next, I will invite Lalini to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Madhushi. Madhushi explained the impact on Litro company due to the gas incident. Then I am going to explain economic impact and impact on consumers and public. Under the economic impact, we can identify that impact into three categories. There are impact to competitors and substitute products, and also impact on the Sri Lankan economy. First, when we consider the impact to competitors, there are two major gas importing companies in Sri Lanka, such as Litro Gas Limited and Love Gas PLC. So Love Gas PLC is the competitor of Litro. Normally, some situation, if one of the competitors fails, the other gaining competitive advantages. In this situation, a very negative opinion was formed in society about the Litro gas. However, as the competitor of Litro was also unable to meet in those days, consumers had no choice but to use Litro gas, as well as switching cost is very high. So Love Gas company could not better manage that opportunity. There was a negative reaction from consumers regarding the Love gas because there is a shortage of gas in the market as they have stopped importing gas. However, the demand for Love gas was increased and their damaged reputation also again increased because with the advent of the Litro gas problematic situation. Then I am going to explain the impact to substitute products. Many people switching to substitute products because with the problematic situation with regarding to gas, the demand for kerosene in the market increased, and also the price of the coconut shell used in clay oven has increased rapidly. And also the demand for the firewood increase, as well as opportunities as image for electronic cooking appearances. With the demand for kerosene and firewood, those prices went to drastically, as well as attention to natural gas production was increased. Some people try to produce natural gas using everyday waste. Next, moving to impact to the Sri Lankan economy. The first point is the gas cylinders explosion has negatively affected the international reputation of Sri Lanka. It also indirectly affected the tourism industry. The small scale and medium scale enterprises provided huge support to the Sri Lankan GDP. The gas shortage and gas cylinders explosion problem has greatly affected to them because they cannot do their businesses normally, and also receiving the authority to import and provide standard high quality regulations gas supply pipes by the decision taken by the government. Moving to the next slide, then I am going to impact on consumers and public. Earlier there were only few gas-related accidents reported every year, but none of them become news for the media as those accidents caused by minor accident without killing people. But this peaceful situation was completely changed from November 2021. According to Sri Lankan media, there were 1792 gas-related explosions reported from Sri Lanka from January 2021 to December 2021. The total number of incidents reported during the month of the November is 117. The domestic litro gas cylinders have created an environment of fear, anxiety, and social unrest within the society because litro gas explosions and gas leak accidents. Next, over to Madhuka continue our presentation.
Thank you, Lalani. Now let's look at the government intervention to this issue. As a government, various decisions have been taken regarding the explosion and burning of LP gas cylinders to protect the public lives. First of all, Sri Lankan government gave the order for dealers to stop selling LP gas cylinders and prohibit distribution. But many dealers not considered that order. They sold the gas cylinder to customer. Therefore, from 6 weeks after the first explosion, Sri Lankan's Code of Appeal ordered the gas companies to recall LP gas cylinders in the market and replace them free of charge with cylinders approved by Sri Lankan Standard Institution. Especially, the government appointed the presidential committees to look into the recent incident of LP gas cylinders fire and explosion. The final report was handed over to President Gotabaya Rajapaksa after an 8-member panel of experts conduct field investigation and investigation into two LP gas companies, Litro Gas Lanka and Laf Gas PLC. Also inspect 17 fire and explosion sites and considered comments received by email as well as short, medium and long-term recommendations were made regarding regulation and distribution. In addition, the committees recommended a special guideline for both Litro and Laf gas and gave specific instruction to state-owned litro gas. And also, as a government, they inform the public about the procedure to be followed in such incident through media consistently. By this can be prevented many incidents because customers have been aware about this. Furthermore, government of Sri Lanka standard institution has been authorized to regulate the quality of LP gas cylinder, whereas regulators and equipment via special gazette. And also, Presidential Committee was recommended to appoint a regulatory body for LP gas. Accordingly, company now have to submit an application to SLSI seeking permission to import LP gas and relate accessories, obtain a standard certificate before consignment are released from customers. The government believes the move will at least allow non-grant LP gas and related equipment to enter the country. Finally, the government has ordered the company to pay compensation to the victims.
Next slide. Company also have provided solution for this issue. The gas company has taken step to display propane max 30% volt in printed on gas cylinder to display that the gas compensation is with the standard level. Further, the company has taken necessary steps to identify and differentiate new stock of gas cylinders from previously distributed gas cylinders as per the request of Consumer Affairs Authority. The polythene seal which covers the cylinder valve of new stock of gas cylinder carry a red logo on a white background. Litro gas consumer can easily identify the new gas cylinder with this new seal. But this gas cylinder also explosion and burning. Then consumer trust and image of company again lost. After that, the chairman of Litro Gas Company, Teshara Jayasinghe, said that the company has agreed to provide an insurance cover of 1 million rupees per person those who lost their lives due to the gas leak and explosion. But it should be confirmed that those damage has happened due to the standard of the gas. Also, the general public question whether human life can be valued to 1 million rupees, and also consumers have to register for this service. Accordingly, this solution failed because of consumer not trust the company. Over to Prasad.
After analyzing the overall issues of the litre of gas explosion situation, we find some recommendation for the issues. Firstly, we recommend litre gas to request a certificate of the gas composition from the exporter to confirm the gas composition. Through the certificate, the litre gas company can increase the customer loyalty and they can build a trust among the customers. Secondly, we recommend Litro Gas Company can make a proper test and investigation to confirm and convince the customers that there is not any issues in the gas composition. Through the proper testing process, they can decrease the gas explosion accidents as well as they can increase their customer security. Thirdly, we recommend the Litro Gas Company can build the trust of the consumers on its products and the company through a properly organized marketing campaign. Through the marketing campaign, they can increase their customer loyalty as well as they can dissipate the unnecessary fears of their customers as well as they can increase their customer confidence. Fourthly, we recommend Litro Gas Company can reduce the price levels of the gas cylinder and increase the supply to the market. Through that way, they can regain their market share that they are lost as well as they can increase their market share. Finally, we recommend the Litro Gas Company to provide all the accessories related to the gas cylinder, such as the regulators, gas supply pipes, and other things with high quality to ensure the overall safety at the standard levels. So therefore, they can be safe on all sides. Thank you.